Welcome back, viewers, and if you're just joining us, this is the Wholly Healthy Show. We have been looking at healthy living and what it entails, and this is the third and final segment of the show where we'll be looking at the correct channels for medical attention. Please take us through that.
Thank you very much, and I want to thank the viewers that whatever we are discussing here, we have to practice it to ensure that we keep ourselves healthy. Now, basically, we've discussed a lot of factors that, if we consider, we'll have ensured we are healthy. So, right now, we want to also consider, supposing a certain condition finds us, what are the channels for medical attention? Basically, we've known people in the society for ignoring ailments, and that is one of the major issue whereby people, you find yourself, you are sick, but you end up ignoring that ailment. At this juncture, I want now us to focus on what it entails, the correct channels for medical attention. And we all know that ignorance is no defense, and we realize that diseases or conditions become worse by procrastinating treatment or by just ignoring. So we want to look at those factors. Number one, we wish to put it that we should not ignore any ailment at all. As we normally say, there is no small condition that is worth to be ignored, because that same small condition is the one that grows to be an obstacle in our health. I also want to say that let us avoid self-medication. All these factors that enhance physical health. Our final question is, what happens and what hinders us from achieving this, being physically healthy? My concern mostly is that when ailments come, we tend to ignore them. And this is not the way it's supposed to be. You end up finding that a small ailment grows to be a bigger ailment, and it gets to a point whereby it would have been managed. If it would have been managed earlier, things would have been better. So, for us to maintain our good health, it's very advisable we avoid ignoring ailments. We are all supposed to, whenever you are sick, please seek the right medical attention for that condition, and with this we'll have prevented complications of most of these ailments. The other challenge we are having with us is the self-medication, whereby when you're not feeling well, you just prescribe drugs for yourself without even being sure of what you are treating. Number one is that you personally, you are not a doctor, or even a healthcare profession, or even if you are one, you are not supposed to treat yourself. So that is one challenge we are having of self-medication. The other, so we wish to encourage our viewers, whenever you feel you are sick, it's very advisable to take the right caution and the right channel of medical attention. We also have the coping of treatments. Simply because a colleague or a friend was going through a similar condition, you also assume you are also suffering from the same condition. So you end up duplicating whatever treatment they were getting, not even considering if the drugs they are taking, whether for you are allergic to those drugs, without even considering the response of those drugs, and this is very dangerous in managing our conditions. Then we also have referring to previous medication, simply because at a certain time you are going through a given condition, you also assume that you are going to use the same medication. We all know about drugs like antibiotics, and that is how they create resistance. They use misuse and abuse. You use a drug, a strong antibiotic for a simple condition. So the next time you're using the same antibiotic, it creates resistance in your body. So it's upon us in the society. Please let us avoid copying prescriptions, copying treatment, or even referring to previous management. There is also this habit of making calls. This is also one habit that is with very many people. The moment you feel you're not feeling well, you just make a call. Or I'm not trying to discourage some of these applications. I understand we're in a technological world, but at times we are using and misusing Google in the wrong way. We have reached a situation whereby when someone goes to a doctor, they've already Googled that condition. Whenever they explain something to the doctor, they are even going to extent of now arguing with the doctor. No, I read this, you are telling me. We are more inclined to the technology more than what we are always told. If you mean to go to see a doctor or a healthcare provider, stick to that. If you stick to getting treatment from the internet, stick to that and just know that choices have consequences. So let us follow the right channels to acquire the best treatment. We also have medical institutions. Let us be very careful on the medical institutions we are going to visit. Ensure that the medical facility you are going to visit is a registered facility. And like we currently have the NHIF having a list of those medical facilities, no matter how small they are, they have accredited medical institutions. Because we are having even institutions that have no medical background handling people medically. We have institutions that come up with theories and other fake management processes that are not acceptable in the main line of treatment. So it's for us to consider the institutions that we are visiting. We ensure that we are visiting the right qualified persons in hospitals who are going to take care of our conditions. Yes, unless there's a question.
I'd like to take you back to something that you've said, that we should not be personal doctors to ourselves. You know, somebody who is watching you right now is asking himself or herself, why would I go visit a doctor when I know very well that this is a headache that I'm experiencing? Why would I pay consultation fee and pay money for checkup when I can get a paracetamol for very little money? What can you tell people regarding the ignorance? Because I think ignorance is really messing our society.
As I said there earlier, is that ignorance can never be defense in anything. There is nothing valuable as our health. Today, you might think it's very expensive to pay that consultation fee. But when some consequences come along, I don't mean like any condition, even a scratch, you have to go see a doctor. I want to emphasize that let us use the right channels to acquire the treatment. A good example is like you've said, let's use the simplest example in the society, a headache. Today you experience a headache, you go take some paracetamol. Tomorrow you experience another headache, you go take a maramoja or any other drug. The question is, for how long are you going to manage yourself with this headache? And like I said in another episode, is that always pain is a symptom of a certain, there is no disease called pain. You cannot say I'm suffering from pain. Pain is a symptom of a certain condition. If you manage that pain 3-4 times, or even 2-3 times and it's not responding, it's a high time you take the initiative to go for further consultation. So my candid advice for us is, let us take our health very serious in the context of especially the issue of self-medication. That is where we go wrong. Yes.
That is wonderful. My director tells me that our time is up, but of course we would like to get your final thoughts on what we've been talking about, especially the correct channels for medical care.
My final word to our viewers is, let us take our health seriously. Let us go and seek medical attention to the right persons, and let us not go by what people say in the society or what people would say. No, it's not about the societal health, it's your personal health. And as I conclude, let me conclude by saying, take little soda, much water, little sugar, much fruits, little meat, much vegetables. Let's little movement by vehicles, let's walk more, less worry, much sleep, less anger, much laughter, and less words and more action. Thank you.
So this was the Wholly Healthy Show with me, Charity Gordon. So until next week, let's meet same place, same time, same show, but a different topic. Bye-bye.